All right, everybody. We're doing Christmas in January.
That's how we roll.
That's exactly how we roll. We do when it'll come whenever, and now is whenever. We are gonna watch Garbage Day, which I got a whole bunch of Garbage Day planned.
Garbage Day! No!
All right, you all can leave now and stop watching. Like that's really the only thing I was saying to him before we went live. That's worthwhile about this film.
What we didn't tell you is that was the watch party. It's done now.
Yes, it was. It's over. We watched the best part. But I'm not a huge fan of Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original. Like I watch it every year, and I think it's more of like just because of the Christmas mood and the Killer Santa and all that. Same with Christmas Evil, but I do like that one better.
Yeah.
I just wish the kills were better in the first movie. I mean, the antler kill is very good. And there's like another one maybe, but there's not a lot of good kills in that movie. So as a slasher film, it's not really a favorite of mine. But
No,
it is a yearly watch every December for sure.
no, I'm the same. I don't mind the movie. I actually think the first one's okay. There's a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I think it's good. And it's just not a
Yeah.
favorite.
I like the kill. I do like is when the lad gets beheaded when he's on like the
Yeah, that's the other
floor.
kill.
Yeah.
That and the one with what's her name? Why can't I
Oh,
think of her name?
oh
It's
God,
right on
yes,
the
yeah.
tip of my tongue, man. Oh,
Oh
come
God,
on.
my
The more
brain
you
is
the
just
more
gone.
you blank, the more I'm gonna blank it. Come on. All right, we'll come back to it because
I'm gonna cheat and look it up.
yeah, do it because
I'm doing it.
what the hell? The tits everywhere in the 80s.
Quickly.
Quickly, let it quickly. I
That's it.
had the L and I couldn't think. Wow, that's
Did
funny.
you just say it? Tits were everywhere in the 80s.
Yeah. I'm playing all the movies in my head. I know the demons and fucking and that and so many. And I'm thinking, I'm like, why can't I think of her name? I know it starts with an L. It's not Laura. I know it's not that. And then yeah, the more we kept going, we couldn't remember that shit. But this
But yeah,
movie
but like I
is
said, I
yeah, yeah.
don't. Yeah, I don't mind the first one at all. Like I watched it kind of. I watched it like when I was young, when I couldn't remember it. But when I went to review it, I
Yeah.
think I reviewed them last year.
Hmm.
Yeah, I actually, when I finished watching the first one, I thought it was kind of a pleasant surprise. It did its job. But what
Oh
surprised
yeah.
me most was looking into the background of the movie and seeing all the drama
The
it
hate
caused.
on it and getting it pulled, right? Yeah, it's crazy.
But all of that probably made the movie more popular, so you did it a favor.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's funny that Mickey Rooney was one of the people really against it, and he ends up playing the Killer Santa in part 5.
Yeah,
Which it's funny. I did a poll a little bit back, probably in December, of people's favorite sequel to the first movie, like in this
yeah.
franchise, and almost everybody picked this movie. And I don't know what crack everyone was smoking for the holidays because this isn't even a movie to me. Like I'll take 3, 4, and 5 over this any day because at least they're movies and they try something. This is one of the like laziest sequels like ever in the horror genre, in my opinion. I mean, his acting is insanely stupid and just intense for no reason all the time. It's a meme at this point. Like it's been hilarious since the movie came out, and it's infamous for obviously Garbage Day. But
It's what I call the best eyebrow acting you'll ever see in a movie. The eyebrows of this whole movie.
it's just yeah, they're just so intense, and his whole performance and portrayal is so intense. Are you serious? And he ends up just recounting the movie from the first movie and the events of that. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good idea. Like if it was a full-fledged out movie, good idea having it be Billy's brother, Ricky here, like, and he goes on a killing spree and snaps just like his brother did and stuff. So that idea is cool. But there's like I said, maybe like I'll try to keep track. There's probably maybe 30, 35 minutes of like original footage in this movie. The
It's
rest is all from the first movie.
yeah. It's
So
that.
what a ripoff, man. I would have been pissed if I saw this in theaters. Like I would have been so furious that like, are you serious? I paid the same money and I just saw like mostly the same thing as the first movie
You would
with the
literally
worst
go.
acting.
you would literally go back to the desk, wouldn't you, and be like, "Have you put the wrong reel on?"
Yeah. It's like, I know, I saw this one already, yeah. It's like, but there's this, like, real intense creepy dude that's, like, intercut in between the things I remember. But, alright, let's, you ready? You got it ready?
Oh God, I'm ready.
Let's have the, hilarity ensue with this movie.
Just let me know when.
Garbage Day!
Alright, I'll do a 3, 2, 1 count, and I'm go. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Garbage Day.
Garbage Day. Oh, I got a few of those. But yeah, I would take any of the other ones over this movie anytime. Like I said, like playing that clip right now, maybe not the slow motion one, but the regular one. That's all if I have to revisit this movie, unless it's in an awesome setting like this with a friend like laughing at how crazy it is.
Yeah.
But like, I would never throw this on by myself ever again. Are you serious?
I haven't watched any other ones after this one. I believe a
Yeah,
lot of
you should check them out because they're not great at all. But like the fourth one has nothing to do with a Killer Santa at all. But it's directed by Brian Yuzna, did Society and Bride of
Right.
Reanimator. It's Dentist, both movies, a whole bunch of movies, and it's about bugs and shit. Like there's like a whole bunch of like bug effects and stuff for some reason.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Santa killing people. But that's 4, and that one's all right. Bill Moseley's in 3.
In 3, yeah. Isn't that where he's got like a bowl for like on top?
Yeah, he has like his brain is sticking out or some shit. He didn't like keeping the top of his head in back then. Like top sticking away at it. That character's missing half his skull on the top.
Yeah. I looked into the other ones when I was there, started this series last Christmas. And after finishing part 2, I think I watched the trailer to part 3 and I just went, fuck that. No, it's all right.
Yeah, it's not great at all. There's like a psychic link between the main chick and it's Bill Moseley's playing this dude. He's playing Ricky after he gets almost killed, but he's dead, but he's not dead, and that's why his brain's sticking out. It's so weird.
Yeah. So luckily for me, like last Farewell Christmas for the Christmas just gone, I also got sick as well. So it was a perfect excuse. I went, well, there's no point doing them now, Emil.
Right. There's always next year.
Yeah, I didn't even bother doing that now. I watched It's a Wonderful Knife and went, oh, that'll do.
That was so bad too. That was like one of the worst of the year last year. Which is not that great. That's why I just posted my top 5 earlier today. I said I'm not doing a video. I've already talked about these movies, the ones that I think are the best, like to a pretty decent extent.
Yeah, you don't want to go over old ground.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, here's top 5 with honorable mentions. So I'm hoping this year is better. I mean, the Omen, I didn't see the trailer, but the first Omen, or that's what it's called, right? The Omen prequel.
Yeah.
That looks good. I saw the information on it and stuff and I was like, oh, we're getting an Omen prequel. And I always say how underrated the Omen movies are, especially the first 3. I mean, the fourth one's not great at all, but the first 3 are great movies.
Yeah. The fourth one's with a young girl, isn't it?
I don't even remember the third one. I just remember it sucks. The second one's great, and the third one is Sam Neill, and he does great as always, and has a whole crazy plot to like have the followers of Damien kill babies, like and stuff like something that would never happen today, ever be made in a movie. But the trilogy of The Omen, the first 3, is great. So I mean, hopefully they do something. But it's hard to have faith anymore in any of these movies that are part of a franchise, and we get like a legacy sequel or reboot or anything like that. Because how many great ones have there been in the last 10 years?
Not many.
Like name one. See, it took more than 2 seconds to name one. Like that's what I mean. Like there's
well, the one that jumped into my mind straight away when you mentioned that was probably the most recent one in my mind, anyway, which is Saw 10.
Yeah, Saw 10 was very good. I had issues with it, but for the most part, it's good, and I hope they do make some other ones that are interesting, but I just don't. I hope they don't go too crazy. Like, and we get like 5 more movies, and then by then it's like if they're all in between these movies, how the hell is all of this happening? And stuff, and it gets way too crazy. I think they'd have the restraint though to not let that happen.
5 movies, yeah. They said 5 movies between Saw 1 and Saw 2, and yet John Kramer clearly looks like he's 90 years old.
Yeah, the 5th sequel, like that takes place before the 2nd movie. He's got a gas mask on. He's dying, like Tobin Bell, not Jigsaw. The actor's dying and shit. They're still like, "Oh, go ahead, Tobin. Come on, we need this last movie out."
Yeah. You're supposed to be 60 odd.
Yeah. They just paint a nice like smiley face on him so he looks happy, but inside he's dying. And they're like, "She'll put me out of my misery. I can't do these movies anymore." And his laugh in this is hilarious too. It's so ridiculous. Everything's like this whole thing with him being like interviewed by the copier or Fed or wherever he is.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a good like setup for the sequel to this movie.
Yeah.
But then like the first time you see this, once this guy starts talking, you go, "Oh, like it's one of these movies." Okay, like there's not going to be anything like good acting wise.
Oh, you know you're in for something special the moment he just starts.
Oh yeah, the first time his eyebrows, like you said, like start moving, and the first lines out of his mouth.
I mean, surely, like he's acting like well, I don't know. I was just going to say he's acting like he's in a different movie, but he probably isn't. I mean, the director sat there behind
so over the top.
Yeah, the director sat there watching this. Surely, to God, the director must have been thinking like, "This is fucking terrible." But
right, you would think, but like maybe they thought it was good. I mean, look at Troll 2 by Claudio Fragasso. He thought that was like an actual good movie he was making. Troll 2, and then he turns out that he made the whole documentary like the worst movie ever. But like anyone could say they set out to make a terrible movie, like when it turns out terrible. Like anybody could say, if everyone says that sucked, you'd be like, "Yeah, that was the point. I tried making it a shitty movie." Anyone could do that. He tried for that movie. It just came out terrible.
Oh yeah, gloriously terrible though.
It's your dime. I don't know what else this guy, the cop, has been in, but I'm sure this ended his career. Well, he left this saying, like, "What the hell did I just do?"
I'll tell you whose career it did end. Ricky's. He didn't seem in much of the rest, did you?
No, I've never seen this guy in anything again.
And here we go. We go straight into Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1 for the next hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just missing like all the kills that are good and everything. Oh, it's too fun. I gotta change that Santa icon.
No, keep it up all year, mate. It's Christmas 24/7.
There you go. That's a good idea, actually. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I made like 9 of those. Switch them around.
Literally going to say Ricky as the baby is the best performance in this movie of Ricky.
You know, I was just thinking that it's a good thing in the first movie that they wrote Ricky's character in there, that they wrote Billy having a little brother, because this movie never would have happened if they didn't write that into the original script.
Maybe they probably had that in mind a little bit as well for a sequel, you know, if the film did well. Maybe there was an idea already kind of planted in there for that.
If it was, that's probably why it does feel organic, like the setup for this sequel. That like the idea of Ricky being interrogated and then going off and killing people seems organic, so maybe that's possible that they were thinking that at the time.
Yeah. I've always found this scene as well in the first one with this Santa Claus. It is pretty harsh. Like even now, you know what I mean? It's a bit.
It's a gruesome scene.
Yeah.
Not even just for gore effects or anything, just the way that it plays out.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably understand like mums and dads back in 1984 having a problem with this movie.
Especially when, I mean, there were Killer Santa Claus movies before this. There was Christmas Evil was in 81 or 1980.
That's right, yeah.
There was probably, I'm blanking on others, but there was some in the 70s. But this was, I guess, like during the height of the slasher craze. So like people were already against slashers to begin with, and they were trying to, get them censored. And Roger Ebert and Siskel were all fucking just so terrible, like they always are. Dissing every slasher movie to come out ever.
Yeah. It was famously, wasn't it, Friday the 13th Part 4 that they famously hated.
Yeah, the greatest slasher ever made for me.
Yeah.
But whatever they were thinking.
Oh well, there's Billy's and Ricky's parents dead. I mean, no wonder he doesn't like Santa. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
No,
I mean, I wouldn't like Santa either, but I don't go like turn into things I don't like and then like kill people like this guy.
there's also another thing.
And
that
his
just-
brother.
Like he's recounting all of this. Ricky, how the fuck do you remember that? You were a baby.
Yeah, I know exactly. None of that makes sense. It's like, oh, I'm just thinking back on it. It's like, yo, you're like infant. You're crying in distress. You don't remember any of this.
You don't remember. You're too busy shitting into your nappy, kid. You don't remember anything.
Garbage Day. The apex of this film.
I'm literally going to go to bed tonight, and all I'm going to have in my head are these Garbage Day clips just playing over and over again in my head.
Right. I had to have a Garbage Day theme.
Oh, it's only part 2 they shot, wasn't it?
Garbage Day! No!
That's not going to get old, man.
Not one bit. Hello, lovely May.
You know what you should do, mate? Anytime you have another watch party, just randomly play that clip.
Oh yeah, that's I save clips that I upload. I just started doing that like a few months ago or so. So I'm like gonna build up a little library of. I was even thinking of like making fake commercials and shit like that, like and putting them in there. So if anyone has to go to the bathroom during a stream or something like that, you'd be like, "We're a commercial break," and you just hit it, and fucking fake ass commercial, but it looks like a real commercial plays.
That's a fantastic idea, actually. I like that.
Yeah, right. Maybe you never know. How are you, May? Are you having a good night and weekend?
Are you joining us with this masterpiece, mate?
I wouldn't wish that on anyone at all.
I think I put the wrong DVD in, mate. I think I'm watching part 1 here. I'm confused.
Yeah, I know. It's very misleading.
I must admit, you know the most scariest part of part 1, though, in this movie?
Mother Superior?
Nuns creep me out. I don't know what it is. Just
Yeah,
nuns creep me out.
They got a lot of pent up energy and shit. They scare me too.
Sexual frustration. That's what I think it is.
May, you haven't seen any of the Silent Night movies?
You're lucky.
Yeah, I mean, besides the first one and the remake, actually, like that's just called
Remake's
Silent
good.
Night. That one's not bad.
It's okay. Yeah.
The kills are good in that, at least. Like there's some really good kills in Silent Night.
The killer looks pretty good, but the Santa mask as well works.
Yeah. But after that, besides those, yeah, man, it's terrible. This one especially.
Pardon me.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I love that poster. The one behind me.
Oh, the poster behind you. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It's got like, I don't even know how many, but a whole bunch of horror people, and they're all there together in harmony without causing any pain or suffering to anyone.
Actually, is Ricky there?
No, he's not. I got to Photoshop his ass in here. Just put Ricky like and put Garbage Day just straight across the top with his face. Is he dead? Eric Freeman, his name, right? Is he dead? He's alive, probably. I mean, I don't know if anyone's like tried getting him for an interview or something to talk about this movie. Can you imagine?
What's his name? Eric Freeman.
Yeah, can you imagine being like just like famous for having one of like the worst lines, like a delivery of a line, like in horror history or in movie history?
By the looks of it, mate, he's pretty much alive.
Yeah, I forgot unless he like somehow died tragically or something,
he's
which you never know.
he's 58, so he's not that, he's
Yeah, yeah, he's young.
um yeah, I don't think. I mean, does he do much interviews or anything? Probably not.
Probably not. Like I said, this movie's not anything to really brag about.
It's also this part of the movie as well with little Billy. You've got to feel sorry for Billy. Like it's
Yeah.
horrible. This poor kid is
Oh
just
yeah, oh yeah, he went through some shit for
yeah,
sure. And then these nuns getting up in his face all the time.
yeah.
Are you serious? Like he's got a lot to deal with already.
I mean, the kid's already traumatized. Like, doesn't
And
need.
and then Ricky gets even more traumatized. He sees his brother killed in the Santa getup, and he sees the fake Santa get killed like outside right before that. So I mean, damn, these kids, yeah, they shouldn't go near a Santa Claus or fake Santa or a mall Santa or anything to do with Christmas. Should move like to the country, like an island, like for the whole December. It should be put into the treatment program. Yeah, if you're under my psychiatric care during December, we're going to the fucking Bahamas. And when you're not going near anything Santa related, because you know how what happened to your brother. You know how shit gets.
If I see one drop of snow, I'm going on a murder spree in a Santa.
Yeah, right. Like you never know. Yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube notifications anyway. Sometimes I get them from people, sometimes I don't. So
Same, same. YouTube's being weird at the moment. I'm sure it's taken
it's
some
so
form.
at this point, I think we've all been saying YouTube is being weird at the moment, like all the time, always for a long time now. So now I just assume that it's just YouTube, just
Yeah,
weird, always.
like one of my videos recently, I'm sure had it went up to like 85, 86 views. And then the
Yeah,
next time I looked at it, it was down to like 67. And I'm like, what? It's
yeah,
been
like just
a lot
numbers
recently.
bounce around and
Yeah,
notifications don't get sent and comments don't show up and then they're there and then they're gone and then they're back for good
yeah.
this time and shit. I don't know. It's so strange. The way he like recalls like any of this, yeah, like not even the baby stuff, just like any of this really. I mean, how
Just
old is
any
he
other.
in the first movie when they're in the orphanage? 8, maybe, like maybe like who looks younger than that?
I mean, true, yeah.
I'm
I mean,
terrible with guessing children ages. Like, I can't. I'll be like, is he 8? And I have it. My daughter's gonna be 10 in February. That's the only reference I can use. And I'll be like, well, this kid looks like around the same. Well, no, he looks like younger. So I have no idea, but whatever. I don't think he's remembering any of this like well.
no. Well, I've got to think if Billy's like 8 or 9 years old here, which I think he is, like same as you, I've no idea. Um,
Yeah.
I think Ricky's got to be what, maybe 4 years old, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
Can you recall anything when you were 4? Like I can't.
No, no, not really. I mean, yeah, it's hard for 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, that seems
Apart
like a
from,
different universe ago.
apart from watching Transformers cartoons, I don't remember a lot, mate. To be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But
And then
he recalls it with such amazing accuracy. It's almost like they're playing his flashbacks from another movie.
and the thing is, as well, they're trying to make him sit on Santa's lap. That is the greatest left hook in movie history ever, and I'm
Yeah.
including movies in that. That kid, everything behind that left hook.
Oh yeah. I mean, and I don't blame him. I wonder if it was hard for this cop to stay in character and not break during recording all these scenes with him. From like his delivery, how intense he is for no reason. Like, I wonder if he was trying like so hard not to crack and laugh during this.
you know what would be more scary? Is if they all thought, like, my God, this guy's performance is brilliant.
Right? Like, this is the person we've been looking for. Like,
This is who we've been for.
this is our masterpiece guy. We need to get him in stat.
So,
Who
yeah,
knows? Maybe it was the 80s. You know, they were probably all coked out or something.
I'm going to say I'm so glad we got him now because, man, there's an awesome future.
Yeah. And he'll be just untouchable and ungettable then.
He'll be on like Arnold Schwarzenegger money in the next couple of years.
But yeah, it isn't on anything. We need a new Silent Night, Deadly Night with him back, with that actor coming back. People, get on that. Any screenwriters see this? Get on it now. Contact Eric Freeman.
Listen, if the director of Halloween 4, have you seen what he's come out and said? He wants to do a part 4, part 2.
Did he come out and say that now?
Yeah.
Oh, I could see it.
Which I wouldn't mind seeing, to be honest with you. I'd be like, yeah, I'd be down for that.
Joe will be fucking thrilled.
Yeah, we would.
I mean, we get Danielle Harris back, so that'll be cool. Jamie Lloyd. He'll be excited. Yeah, Abigail that May mentioned. I just read about it like yesterday. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I knew there was an untitled project. And then I just saw that it's about like Dracula's daughter or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I watched it blind, mate. I didn't have a clue what it was about. So it was the trailer was like a pleasant surprise for me. And
how does it look? It looks good.
It looks. Do you know what, mate? It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'll definitely check that one out.
Yeah, definitely some comedy elements to it as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks actually interesting.
Yeah.
Unlike Night Swim. But we got the gorilla jump scare, so that's all that matters. There's probably like 3 people that have been following my channel long enough that'll know what that reference even is with the gorilla jump scare. But they're there, and they'll see it.
I just have to say, if anyone's wondering, which no one is, I will have my Night Swim review out soon. I'll just give you a little background into why it's not out at the moment.
It's awful. The movie.
I can't muster any enthusiasm to film it at all. I will do. That's how bad the movie is, guys. It's I can't even. It'll probably be the shortest review I've ever done, ever. I'm gonna try to about 3 to 4 minutes at least. But it's not good. Not good at all.
It's not good at all. Like, I've seen it too. I just watched it. Like, that wasn't last night before, something like that. It was awful.
Actually, that's my review. I'm just going to clip that bit of this one and then just
and just throw it in there and be like, all right, that's it. We're done. That's the shortest thing I've ever done. Like, well, yeah, I mean, it was a 60-second short, but the movie Megan is Missing, that sucks, and then traumatized me as a dad seeing that movie. I knew I was never talking about that movie, like, in a video of its own. So I just did like a quick, this movie sucks. It fucking traumatized me. Like, end of review. And like, it went up to like 900 views for some reason. Like, when I first posted it like a year ago. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, you can wait till it hits a brick wall. It's really not like worth it. This like I said, there's a gorilla jump scare. Besides that, it's really nothing that great. Feels like it's trying to be like some type of Japanese horror film at times, but then at times it feels like a baseball movie, and I don't like baseball, so I don't know. It didn't work for me.
Well, yeah. Well, being from the UK, baseball doesn't really do anything for us now.
Oh, yeah, I know. So there's 2 negatives.
But it is. I will say this: the one positive I will give Night Swim. It is a good short on YouTube. There's a short movie.
Yeah, you said it's based off a short. I should. I mean, I don't even have a desire to check it out, but
I'm
sure it's better than the movie.
It is.
Hey Vanta, I love a good horror channel. Well, we're a channel. I can say that we're a horror channel. I don't know how good, but thank you. Welcome.
With that good, we've got Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 on.
That's right. Yeah, that's the standards that we're living to today. Just anything happens here. This is what we're going with and went with. But
And
it's still the first movie playing,
oh,
so
Part 1. Yeah.
it's alright. Like I wish, like in the first movie, that kill was better. Like the hammer in
Mm,
the guy's head. Like the aftermath of it looks cool.
yeah.
I wish I saw it like go in and fucking rip his skull out. I don't know. I'm sadistic, I guess. Like it's just so much. You get desensitized to this shit after so many
Yeah,
years.
yeah, you do, don't you? So
Unless it's the pudding from fucking Dead Alive.
oh, Brain Dead for that film.
Yeah, then then you
Never,
never get desensitized to that. That's my favorite zombie movie, and I still can't like when that comes on.
I'll never forget watching that for the first time. I was so sick. So sick.
Yeah, I know it's so hard to watch that still.
Oh.
Oh, thank you, man. That's why I pay you the good bucks to say those things.
Doesn't he kill this way? Oh, with a bow and arrow. Yeah, there you go. There's a bow and arrow.
Again, like how does he know anything that Billy was thinking while he was out doing any of this? This is such a cash grab, lazy piece of shit of a film. That, like I said, the only thing that's worthwhile is garbage day.
The
Like,
writer
I'm
went in.
glad we have it, but
The writer went in and he said, "So we've got the script."
and we got the laughter. That's all. There's Linnea Quigley, who we both blanked on her name for 30 seconds for some reason.
But weirdly enough, the moment JT said her tits were all over the place in the 80s, I got it.
Yeah. It was right on the tip of my head. I was on the tip of my tongue, on my head. I was trying to think. I was like, L. I know it starts with an L, but it's not a. I was like, why am I blanking on it? And then you kept blanking, and I was blanking more, and you were blanking more. And I
All
said,
I
the
had
tits were everywhere in the 80s. Linnea Quigley.
that's it. All I had in my mind was her dancing topless on top of the tombstone and bloody Return of the Living Dead. That's all that was going through my mind.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to think of her name.
Return of the Living Dead. I've never been a fan of that movie.
I don't love it like a lot of horror fans do.
Yeah, I know people who adore that film.
Yeah, I think the film's good. I'm one of them, JT. This is going to be a little bit controversial. I said this in my review, actually. I prefer part 2 over the first one. There you go. Go and figure.
I haven't seen the second one in years, but
It's funny.
I should rewatch like at least the first two. I've never seen the third one. I know that, and there's like 2 or 3 more after that.
Oh yeah, no, I've
I
never
mean, the
seen
Tar Man is pretty iconic. Zombie.
Yeah.
I prefer Bub from Day of the Dead, but
Day of the Dead. Me too.
yeah, I know you're a fellow Day of the Dead champion.
Oh, I love Day of the Dead. I would love to get like a toy or a statue of Bud. I think it'd be awesome.
I'll try to find a life-size Bub and send it.
There she is. Dead. What a waste.
I know, right? I mean, that's what I mean. That's why it's not like the first one's not like a favorite slasher of mine, because it's just aside from that kill with Quigley on the deer statue,
Yeah,
and the decapitation on the sled. That's like it. There's no like great kills in this movie.
No. And I will even say this as well. You might laugh, or you probably will laugh. And I think I said this in my review, actually. I actually think the guy that plays like 18-year-old Billy going around doing this, I don't think does a bad job, actually. I think he's all right. You know what I mean? When you're comparing him to the guy that we've got, Ricky, thinking now he's like bloody Anthony Hopkins compared to...
Oh, yeah. Billy, the guy who plays Billy does a much better job.
Yeah.
Like in every single way.
It's just...
I think if Ricky played Billy in the first movie and played him exactly the same way as he plays Ricky in this movie, the first movie would not be loved the way it is.
No, that's all.
It would be like made fun of, like this sequel is, like to this day, but it would not be loved by many. People always
No.
love. There's always some audience for everything.
I mean, sure enough, this movie has its fans. Like,
Isn't that a creepy scene though? We're just here with the dad as Santa, and he's creeping in his daughter's room, and then the cops show up, and like they go to shoot him, thinking it's Billy, and she's like, "Daddy," and like it's a weird scene the way that it plays out. Like, why is he creeping around in there? I don't know. Maybe it's just meant to be like a dark comedy thing.
yeah, it is strange. I mean,
It really is.
yeah, even if you were that age as a kid, and even if that was your dad dressed as Santa, you would fucking crap yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah, right. It's like, why is Santa coming towards me? I've been good. I've been good.
There he is.
Oh,
So people who have never watched this movie, we're still on part 1.
congratulations for not watching it. Yeah, and we're 30 minutes in, and yeah, maybe 10 minutes at the most is footage just for this movie. It's the rest is all from the first movie.
All the first movie.
So it's like maybe 2/3 of the first half hour.
Like you say, this is one of the most laziest sequels you will ever see.
Oh yeah.
Ever. Like, the writer must have gone in and said, right, guys, good news, bad news. And he went, what? And I went, I've got about 20 minutes of really great material for the sequel.
Yeah.
But that's all I've got. And the director just went, fuck it. Fuck it. We'll work it.
We'll do it. We'll make it work.
We'll do it. We'll make it work.
Exactly what happened. They said, yeah, all right, so we got this whole framework for the brother, but we need him to like reflect on everything, so we'll make it like a 2/3 clip show.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of movies that have adopted like this tactic before, but not to this extent. But there used to be like a lot of films in the 80s, especially sequels, that you would always see like the end of the movie before.
Oh yeah, that was common, like the recaps and stuff.
That was
But
common.
not like the full fucking movie, like
Yeah. Like,
like
you had it with Fright Night, you had it with like
all the Fridays.
all the Fridays, pretty much. Yeah, you know, but they were all before like the opening credits, so we would
Yeah.
This, man, Jesus Christ, it's like you say, how long are we into it? 31 minutes,
Mhm.
and it's still the first movie.
About to get decapitated.
Yeah, this is my favorite kill of the movie for me.
Yeah,
And
it's
part
good.
2 as well. Why not?
Yeah, it's good. Billy hated bullies.
Naughty.
Naughty. I mean, there's so many quotable lines and shit, but it's just because of how bad it's delivered. I do think Mother Superior is fucking terrifying.
Oh, just nuns in general, mate. Just give me the absolute spooks. I don't know why.
If it's a sexy nun, then I'm fine with it. But like, if it's Mother Superior type nuns, like I guess old and uglies, like, that's what I'm getting at. They're spooky, yeah.
Yeah. It was like the first time I saw the nun in The Conjuring 2. That was the worst part of that movie for me, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, if Balak is a
Yeah.
very intimidating demon that unfortunately they made 2 shitty movies with.
Yeah.
How bad that was. They're so bad that, I mean, I remember more of The Nun, the original, just because I think I saw it twice or 3 times for some reason. But the sequel, I watched it once when it came out last year, and I don't remember a fucking thing from that movie at all. Well, it was better, I thought, than The Nun. But
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you anything about what happened.
No, I'm pretty much like that now. I think I gave, I don't know, I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5. The second one, I think. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember. But yeah, man, if you were to ask me now, like what it's about or what happens or anything, I couldn't tell you.
I know there's like some other relic that they're looking for.
Yeah.
Like the blood of Jesus Christ was from the first movie, which how stupid that was to begin with.
Yeah, I remember there was some like creepy moments in the second one. There was some good shots. I remember that. But overall, yeah,
Yeah, it's better than the first one, like in every
it's,
way.
it's an improvement over the first one.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. And I still think like the character of the non-phallic is creepy as hell, man, and
Oh
deserves
yeah. I just feel like, yeah, definitely
that's a
in The
movie.
Conjuring 2, she
Yeah,
was used so effectively there.
yeah, yeah. I think maybe it's probably a character that suits a Conjuring movie instead of just giving her own movie.
Yeah. Well, they were gonna do that with the
The
Crooked Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, then we never. I don't know what happened. It was like I thought it was in like pre-production years ago, and then it just disappeared. They just like abandoned the idea.
I was going to say maybe they saw the reaction to the Nun and decided not to do it. But in saying
Yeah.
that, both movies they have made money. It's just been a bit of a critical flop, but they've
Oh
made
yeah, absolutely. Oh, they definitely make money.
yeah,
I mean, even like Curse of La Llorona made
yeah.
money, and
Well,
that's like barely a Conjuring movie at all. It just as that old priest, which like having any priest in a movie is never like a standout positive for me.
no,
Oh,
they
that's
never,
the tie-in with the Conjuring verse. This is that one character.
they never seem to save the day, do they?
No, the only time I can think of instantly is The Exorcist.
Yeah,
Is the first thing that came, and the only thing that came to mind.
and even then, that was nearly hit and miss.
All right. Dun, dun, dun,
So,
dun.
for anyone, we're still on part one. Just to
Yep.
let everyone
Yeah,
know.
yeah. It's still on the first movie. Not like we're like almost halfway through this piece of shit. We haven't even moved on to the next movie yet.
Hey, could be worse, mate. We could be
In
watching.
any sequel, this cop could have walked in, talked to him for 10 minutes, read his file, and we got like a 2-second shot of him reading a file on Ricky. And then the events in the movie start like with the new footage later when he goes on a killing spree. And that would have been like an actual sequel.
Yeah,
This doesn't do any of that.
no. If there was like any single effort was put into this, that's what would have happened. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
just
crazy.
can't believe how they thought this was a good idea. They,
Money. That's the only reason. It's because the whole VHS market was booming. What was this, 87? So they figured. I don't even know if this was released in theaters. If it was, it's a crime against humanity. I don't know if it was.
if it was, man, there would have been a lot of upset people.
That's what I mean. And I've never looked into it, and I've never heard like a story or urban legend of that movie playing in theaters and people like freaking out over being pissed. But that's something I got to look into actually. Oh, Mother Superior. She's in a
Oh,
wheelchair.
I just decapitated the snowman. That's harsh. The kid spent hours on that.
She's so cruel. Why'd you gotta be so cruel? Garbage Day.
And
The
then
Chipmunk. The Chipmunk remix.
and then there's that stupid little kid just let Santa in. Just opened the door for him. It's like, yeah, he's good.
Come in here, strange Santa man.
You know Santa's supposed to come down the
This
chimney.
is what you get when you lie to fucking kids about there being a Santa. Is you
Yeah.
just let them if it's dressed like Santa, they'll just let him in
Yeah.
your house, in your orphanage, anywhere. They'll just open it up and say, "Oh no, it's Santa because he's the fluffy unicorn, great, amazing person that I've heard about my whole life and gives me presents. He can't be terrible at all." And then shit like this happens.
Yeah. And that's just a load of kids just traumatized now for all their lives.
Yeah, so much so that some become Santa dressed killers.
That's right.
One and his brother.
when that kid was opening the door for Santa, he must have been like, "It's weird, Santa's got an axe, but it's okay. I'll still keep
Yeah,
picking."
well, he's probably chopping wood at the North Pole. For last words suck for Billy. Santa Claus is gone, and then he dies. He could have thought of something better. If I knew I was dying and I had like last words to get out, like I'd think of anything better than that. Like something.
My last words would be help.
Yeah, right. Like something like that. Yeah, is more where I was leaning too. Like something more that might aid to your survival or something. Or at least if you can't be saved, then at least something like maybe quotable they can put on your tombstone or something. But besides from that, like Santa Claus is gone would not be anywhere near the top of my list.
Get me to the hospital.
Drag me to hell hospital.
Told you I was ill.
The eyebrows here. You bet.
Dude. The eyebrows going to overtime now.
And his the way he just like sighs and puffs.
That's like 4 times his eyebrows raised in the space of 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
it's
it's like a camera going off. I don't know how, but it sounds right to me.
Garbage Day!
That is the ultimate cut of Garbage Day.
So we are officially 40 minutes into this movie. And
That's it, yo. 10 minutes has been. That's it. Since we said a half hour, huh? This is long.
Finally, we've got part 2 footage.
Yeah, finally, there's something new. We're not watching the first film anymore. We're watching a terrible, like almost fan level sequel.
We are finally watching with the script starts for Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2.
Yeah, this is where he started.
This is chapter 1.
Chapter 1. Ricky stands on the street and sees 2 nuns walking towards him.
And immediately shits himself.
Fast track it.
Which you would. I mean, you wouldn't be fond of nuns if you were like little Ricky or Billy, would you?
No. And wait, is that Ricky, this little kid, or no? It's just some random kid.
It's Ricky, isn't it? If I remember.
Yeah, because why did he called her mom?
Yeah.
So like his mom dead, right?
I think he gets adopted, doesn't he?
Oh, okay. So like the adopted mom.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, this is after the events of the first one. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. What I remember anyway.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's not worth thinking anymore about it. Oh no. He's getting triggered. He's getting triggered.
Should have had a trigger warning for him. He can't see red then.
Nah, he can never see red again. See red again. I forget who sings that song. I don't know why this woman thinks it was a seizure. Like seizures usually end up with people on the ground and shaking and shit. He was just like staring really intensely.
I would always think this would be a funnier scene if the parents are like trying to get him back, like a refund. Like, look, we told
Listen, this is like, could this be like a gift exchange for the holidays? Be like, he's broken. We don't want him.
Yeah, we
That's funny.
Can we get a kid that's not going to turn into a psychopathic killer in about the next 10 years, please?
Yes. Well, let's see what we have in stock.
Let's see what we have in stock here. Or beaten by nuns, parents killed by Santa Claus, or it's not looking good.
Now we got 5 years later, Ricky.
Yeah.
Looks like not really, but like Jared Leto a little bit.
A little bit. But I just love how he goes from this to like the Ricky that we're going to follow for the rest
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
final 5 minutes.
None of them look
Like,
similar at all. Any of the Rickies as it
they're
goes
like,
along.
they're like completely different height,
Oh,
different
they
build.
didn't even try at all.
It's just it's like
They
two
just
completely
cast him,
different.
whatever he looks like. But yeah, he's got different colored hair. It's like, we'll dye it.
Just look absolutely nothing alike. At least get the actor that you cast as Ricky, who's your main Ricky, and just make him younger-ish if you can. Do that.
Throw just like a surfer wig on him.
Yeah, just do that.
Long hair. Dude. That would be
Instead of
so
casting,
funny.
instead of casting someone completely different who looks
Yeah, I know.
nothing like him. Look,
Not one bit. And it doesn't even look like the kid Ricky. And that kid Ricky doesn't look like the younger one from the first movie.
Ricky had a hard paper round, bless him.
I love that line. You tend to get paranoid when everyone around you gets dead. I gotta look it up, like how long it took to shoot this movie, because it can't be more than like 2 days, right?
Oh, it's got. I'm going to say a week.
Yeah, realistically, maybe a week. Because it's driving me nuts. Because I'm just sitting here thinking, like, there's no way this took more than like a few days for like actual filming. But Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, you better watch out. It's much better than this movie. Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 with the bugs is the best in the series, which is not a good movie
Well,
either.
the differences with them movies, they're actually movies. They
Yeah,
don't play like the other movies for fucking 40 minutes and then.
Oh, okay. It says later. Okay, it says I can't find how long it took to film it, but he says that they tried to find Eric Freeman, who plays Ricky, to participate for the commentary track, but they were unable to locate him at the time. But then it says he later appeared in the commentary on the 2018 Scream Factory Blu-ray release. I was like, oh God, what happened to him? It's like they couldn't. Anytime you hear like we couldn't locate him, like that's not good. How do you not locate somebody in this day and age?
Well, how much do you think they tried?
Yeah, right. That makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
It's like we tried reaching out. They show smash cut to Ricky, like Eric Freeman going. I never got a phone call or anything.
Yeah.
Cuts right back.
Like someone went on the phone, just went on Facebook and put his name in and just went, "Nah, I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him." Oh well, we did try.
Yeah, we gave it a best. Gave it a
Give
best, Ronnie. Call it a night.
And now
Even this is intercut with movie one footage.
I know, but somehow Ricky's having flashbacks to his mum being attacked.
Yeah, I don't know how. And he's explaining it to the detective, right?
How would he even have a clue?
It's just the genius writing, I think, at hand that we just can't comprehend how good it is. Maybe that's the case.
You think
Maybe it's just so fantastically made that we just can't comprehend it. And we don't see it for the masterpiece that it is.
that our simple brains just can't like wrap our head
Yeah,
around this
I
masterpiece?
think that might be the case.
I think that might be it, yeah.
Yeah, this looks like nothing like. And that's not Ricky. Never mind. I was going to say this looks nothing like Ricky. Terrible.
Fucking awful.
Oh yeah, that's right. He runs this guy down.
He just runs this guy over now, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit when he like connects the battery to the guy that's like with the girl, like fucking around with the girl that he's with. And so like that's like the greatest thing ever to him, and like the only thing I ever like loved living for is a girl. And then he ends up like putting the battery and electrocuting him, and then like expects her not to freak the fuck out.
Like, it's like Henry's just ran over this guy about 5 or 6 different times. And then
Man.
like looks at her like, oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, May says so. This movie sucks, but you're watching it. Yeah, it's one of those. We were gonna do it in December, and then like I had to catch up on sleep, and then we were gonna do it another night, and something happened. So now we finally got it done. It's what we've done terrible movies in the past.
Yes,
Both
we
me
have.
and him, and just in general, like the Birdemic movies with Echo and a few others a year or so ago. We
And
watched Birdemic 1 and 2 back to back.
Oh, God bless you. I
Or
mean, the
2
one
and then the first one, because, like, only 2 of us saw the original, and they suffered through the sequel, so we watched both. And then we did the third one after we found that. Or Gareth found it, actually, and me and Echo were looking for a while online, couldn't find it anywhere, and Gareth tracked it down, sent me, and I said, "Oh, shit, Echo, we're watching it." Immediately. It sucked, obviously, like every like every Birdemic.
of course it did.
But
I
they're
mean,
fun. They're those are like fun, terrible movies. And
Yeah.
Troll 2 and The Room.
the worst.
Manos Hands of Fate just sucks.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not fun.
the worst one we did was freaking Philosophaster.
Oh yeah, that was awful. That was all your idea. So. The Velocipaster. I don't. They're making a sequel, right?
Oh,
Or
well,
it's coming out or something. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure they are though.
well, guess who's not watching it? Me.
Yes. I'm gonna take this clip right from here, back 10 seconds, and save it for when that sequel comes out. And you go, Velocipaster 2 is here. Guess what, JT? We're watching it. And then at the beginning of the stream, I'm gonna put this clip right at the beginning of it, saying, "Guess who's not watching it?" And then we're here watching Velocipaster 2.
I'll tell you what, you can clip this as well. Welcome to our watch party of Philosophaster 2.
Yeah, exactly. Good. We're making future content now. What's up, Professor? Greetings and salutations, indeed. How you doing, buddy?
You all right, mate?
We are watching the classic Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Part 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, I've been saying, what's up, Al? We've been saying that to the beginning of this. Which is why we got our amazing clips.
Garbage day! No!
Or the slow version.
Garbage day!
Played it at the beginning, and then I said everybody can leave. Like that's the best part of this movie.
I was going to say that that's the watch party done. Over. Thanks for joining
It's the only part of this movie that has any reason this movie gets even brought up anymore. How you doing, Al? Doing good?
This kill coming up right now, mate. Do you want to know how much force it would take to put an umbrella through someone's body?
Oh yeah, I know this is completely stupid. Although it's fun, I mean, it's totally different because of the tone of the movie. But Stitches from 2012 with the clown,
Oh yeah.
that has an awesome umbrella. He throws it through the girl's back of her head and it comes out her eye, and then if she falls down, it opens and shit. But that's a totally different tone. Like it's ridiculously over the top. This is just like terrible.
I love that movie, Stitches. I think it's
I
great.
do too. I with Ross Noble.
Yeah,
That's
very
such a good
funny,
movie.
very funny comedian as well. Ross Noble.
Good to hear, man. Doing good. Just I don't know why we've watching this shit, but we are.
There he is, looking at the umbrella, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna stick this through this guy. I'm gonna hold him up all the way up with one arm, and I'm gonna ram." Even Jason could do
Umbrella.
that.
And then open it.
Yeah.
And he needed a new fucking umbrella to begin with because like 2 of the things are ripped on the top of it. That didn't happen from putting it through his body, like at all.
It's the guy's face that he's just stabbed with an umbrella. His face is fucking hilarious. The face he makes.
Professor says, always wondered if that guy thought the flimsy trash can was going to shield him from the gun. He probably hoped in the last few seconds of life. I mean, I guess it's better than just taking the bullet, right? I mean, put anything in front, like even just reactionary, you would put your hands up, like the hands aren't going to stop a bullet.
I would
But
also
no, he's stupid though. Like
I
everything
would
else.
also guess when he was taking out the bins, he didn't expect someone to shout garbage day at him and then shoot him.
Yeah. Imagine if the guy just had a gun too, and right before he can get that garbage, right after he gets the line out, just pulls out a gun, he shoots Ricky. That's how the movie ends.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Like
And if it started 10 minutes before that and then ended then, and that was just the whole movie.
As he dropped the bin, he just pulls out like a fucking sawn off shotgun, just by Ricky. Bang.
I really don't know how this cop actor guy did not break into hysterical laughter during some of these scenes. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to imagine having Ricky in your face delivering all these lines just like this with these facial expressions, and you don't laugh.
Oh, look at them eyebrows working overtime now, mate. Look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, up and down, up and down. He's probably thinking he's probably got a daughter going to college or university or something, and this money's going to help her get through. And he's just thinking that in his head.
Yeah, he's like, don't laugh. This is your kid.
This
You're doing it for your kid. You're doing it for your family.
Yeah, this is your daughter's future.
Yeah.
Just suck it up.
It was really hard.
Or, like I said before, he's probably sat there thinking, "Now, God, this guy's performance is amazing."
Yeah, it was one or the other. I think they might have thought this was genius, which it is in a way, in a very bad way, but it is.
Probably thinking they've got such a talent here.
I mean, how can you not with this actor?
Outstanding.
Oh, that's right. This is when he starts bringing up his love of his life and shit.
That's right.
Yeah, the cop was fucking broke after this and lost everything, and didn't put his kid through college or anything. He was busting out laughing every other take.
He was probably going back to his room every night, just nailing a bottle of whiskey just to get through this fucking get through it.
I mean, Ricky with the leather jacket on the bike is priceless, though.
Yeah.
That whole image of him as like a biker.
It's just his face, man. It's just always
I know.
It's just always scrunched up.
And he's got flaring nostrils too.
Oh,
they're kind of just are always there in your face too.
I love how this woman's just basically ran him
There's
over.
no way that this woman is going for this guy, right?
Basically ran him over and then gets up and starts laughing. I'd be like, "What's so fucking funny, bitch? You nearly killed me."
Well, we know he's not playing with a full deck.
Well, no, he's not.
At the slightest. Feels like we're in Italy with the music playing here. With them riding through the countryside.
And the movie's just turned into a rom-com now.
Hey, what's up, mutant? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by, man. Hoping all is well with you. I'm pretty sure they use some stock footage in this movie too. I would not be surprised.
Oh, fucking whatever, mate. Whatever was the cheapest option they went for.
Yeah, right. I haven't really had any stick out that I could see as stock footage, but I'm sure.
And coming
there's something in there.
And coming up as one of the worst sex scenes in the movie as well.
Oh yeah, this is ridiculous. This whole sex scene is so crazy.
I mean, they've only just met.
Yeah. This is why Eric Freeman signed up for this movie at all. Just for this. They're like, "Do you want to do this? We just need anybody, anyone to play this terrible role." He's like, "What do I get out of it?"
This is
Like,
the
you
only
get to have
part.
a sex scene with this naked chick. I'll
Yeah.
do it.
It's the only part of the fucking script he read, like beautiful woman lying on top of that. Yeah, I'll do it. All I needed to see.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that Super Mario Brothers movie in forever, Professor.
Oh mate, I went to the cinema to watch that when I was fucking 12.
Yeah, I saw it very young, probably
Yeah,
a few years after it came out, like within that. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's terrible when you look back now and watch it, but I enjoyed it back then. Kind of like Street Fighter. I like Street Fighter, the movie, Jean-Claude Van Damme, back like as a
Yeah.
kid. When
I
you
went to
watch it now, it's totally different.
yeah, I went to the cinema to watch that as well.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I love that film
That
though.
one I love though. That one's like the best video game or at least fighting game adaptation, I think.
Yeah.
Like movie. It's the Mortal Kombat movie, not Annihilation. That's terrible.
I tell
Yeah,
you,
the sequel's bad.
you want to talk about bad sequels, that has got to be in the top 5.
And I still watched a decent amount as a Mortal Kombat fan and as a kid because I loved Motaro, the half fucking the centaur dude.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's only in that, and like other characters too are only in that one. So like you gotta watch it just for that. But then you get the terrible line from Sindel. That's another line that was in like those old like compilations of the worst lines ever, and Garbage Day would always be in it.
Yeah.
Like the mother, you're alive. Too bad you will die. Terrible.
Awful.
But it's got a special place in our hearts.
This is the only scene I actually pretty like of this movie is with this dickhead in the cinema just being a loud prick and he just goes up and fucking kills him. It's like how many times have you wanted to do that when you've gone to the cinema and there's been
Oh
some
yeah.
nut that's either on his phone or won't shut the fuck up or anything?
Double Dragon's good, actually, Professor.
Oh,
And yeah, Alyssa Milano is always a good thing.
Double
Never a bad
Dragon's
thing.
awful.
It's fun. It's a fun
Oh,
one.
God.
It's better than Annihilation.
Oh, I don't know, you know.
It's better than Annihilation. I don't see fucking anything from that movie making in the compilations of terrible lines videos in my life. So I'll go with the Mortal Kombat Annihilation is worse.
Oh. Now, this is what I don't get, though. So, have they gone to the cinema to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1?
Yeah, I know. It makes no sense at all.
Doesn't make any.
Yeah, they are, but like, why? No one knows. Because fuck you. Give me your money for the sequel. That's why. And like, unless they're trying to imply this is like another movie, like in their universe, that the exact same scene plays out, but like it's not Silent Night, Deadly Night for some. I don't know. Don't overthink it for any reason.
I
It's
think
not
we're,
going
I think we're thinking far too deep into it.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about this more.
It doesn't make sense.
And I take it this guy's like the ex-boyfriend, or
Yeah, it looks like a weird Keith Sutherland.
that's just some mad hair, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very very unique to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not jealous, like, but if I had hair, it wouldn't be styled like that. I know that much.
Are you sure? Because it's not that bad looking. It's worse.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't remember that at all, Professor, the Legend of Chun-Li, but I know that I saw it.
it was definitely a straight to video one, that, but I've never seen it ever, and I'm not planning on watching it either.
I still have to see the newer Mortal Kombat movies that came out like I don't know the last 5 years or so, like the animated ones.
Oh right, yeah. Did you watch the new movie that came out?
That one too. I gotta watch that still.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? It's actually not bad. I enjoyed it.
I've heard that. I've heard that it's pretty decent.
Yeah, I liked it. It's better than Annihilation, anyway.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to do that to beat that movie.
The one thing lacking, they didn't have that great line from Shang Tsung, "Your soul is mine." It didn't have that in it,
Oh,
unfortunately.
then
No.
how did he? He like turns and then he turns back, and Ricky's just right there instantly.
Just
This
right then,
guy's
and all you
face.
see is his fucking legs just kicking.
Yeah. He just got there in a split second. This guy didn't notice like a lot quicker.
Oh,
Does any guy ever think that a woman's ever coming back to him if he says the words to her, "She keeps me in shape until you come back"? Does anyone ever utter those words and expects that woman to ever talk to you again? It's like, no, honey, I love you. And I'm just like, fucking this chick is keeping me, ready for you when you come. It's like, what? And she still like says, like, I'll call you later. Like,
at least he's being honest. And the fact that she still hooks his arm and like walks away with him as well, it's like,
yeah, it's like she just killed that dude, right? Or at least like really hurt him.
I would guarantee you one thing, mate. If you said that in front of a Liverpool girl, she would kick the living shit out of you.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. No one's taking that shit. That guy had balls.
Oh, here we come. We're coming up to the famous,
Yes, the battery electrocution,
scene.
which she's way too calm about when this happens.
What?
She's just like, if you killed him, and then like runs away. Why is he talking like he never met him before when he clearly did in the theater? He's like, well, this is who you ended up with? Like, look at him. He looks so. You've met him before. You've seen him. So what do you mean?
Oh, just none of it makes any sense.
His name is Chip.
He's about to get fried. Hey.
That's enough. The eyebrow. That's enough.
That's enough.
That is so clearly fake grass on the ground. That is absolutely fucking the shit they put in for football fields back in the day. Afro turf or whatever it's called. I don't remember. But it's absolutely fake shit.
Yeah. I should say, let's say, here we go. Here it is.
I mean, it's not that bad of a kill. None of it makes sense, like science-wise.
No.
I'm not a scientist, but I can like goddamn assure you that. Like it ain't soundproof science how this works.
Yeah. I don't think this would actually happen.
Why would his teeth complete a circuit? Like, I don't know. But it looks cool. But like, are you out of your mind? Is not like the first thing I would say.
Yeah. What are you doing?
And I hate you. Punish. He takes the car antenna. Just strangle her with. That's hilarious.
I love the way she goes, uh-oh. And then go
Just like the thought in that moment to take the car antenna. I mean, I don't think you can really call it anything definitively, May, but it's supposed to be a Christmas movie.
I don't even think you can call it a movie. But
Yeah, that's what I was hinting at. This guy's funny, the cop. The first movie, he has the killer Santa guy, and his brother is the killer in this movie. But it uses like the whole first movie as like more than 2/3 of this movie. It's nowhere near as bad as Puppet Master of the Legacy, the clip show one, but it's like almost that bad. I love how quickly he just turned that gun around and shoots that cop right through the head.
It's like the slowest like grab of a gun, isn't it?
Yeah, and then like it's just from one shot, it's facing this way, and the next shot is
Yeah.
just magically facing, pointing his head. It's like, yeah, I don't expect me to believe that he turned that around. That infamous laughter. Terrible, terrible garbage day coming up.
People just randomly walking out their homes and
Yeah, everyone's coming out in the neighborhood at like right the exact great time, like for his murder spree.
the perfect time to lock your door and stay in, I think.
But yet they conveniently all come out.
Yeah.
Garbage day! No!
Garbage day! We got it, guys. That was it. We've hit the apex of this movie. It's only what, like an hour and 9 minutes into it to get to that 2-second dopamine high
More importantly,
of
how long do
hearing
we
and
have
laughing at it. Yeah, that's the more important question, right?
18 minutes? Apparently.
Wow, that's like the whole movie just for that infamously bad line. At least he's not super evil. He doesn't kill this little girl.
No.
He does kind of smile creepily there, but he doesn't kill her though. Hey, Joe, what's up, buddy? Bingo. Terrible line, too. And then the car, doesn't it explode for no reason at all? Yeah. Yes is the answer to that. There was no reason for that explosion.
No reason whatsoever. None.
It flipped once. Like, that was it.
It's like
But they wouldn't have that badass scene of him walking away from the flames and stuff if they didn't have it explode.
It's like that scene with the car that just goes on fire and Death Wish 3 at the bottom of the road. There's just no reason for it to go on fire.
Yeah,
But
I mean, that happens so often. You see that in movies now. Things just burst into flames when there's no reason for it.
oh, the acting is so bad. It's so bad.
Oh, I know.
It's so
How you
bad.
doing, Joe? You doing good, buddy?
How you do, mate?
Drop the weapon.
Like he never saw them coppers to his left at all whatsoever.
No, like not one bit. Not concerned. And he just laughs like a maniac and an idiot still. And they're like, "Yo, shoot! We're gonna shoot you! Don't move!" And then like he puts the gun to his head. And they're like, "No, don't do it! You have so much to live for!" Like,
But you just said you were going to shoot.
it's funny. And then I love how it flashes back to him and the talking to a cop, and there's the friggin' gun, the fake gun against his head.
Look at the
Great
size of
stuff.
his finger. It's like a sausage.
Who made the movie A Cat in the Brain? Lucio Fulci. Lucio Fulci made A Cat in the Brain. That is like his meta film. It's
I'll tell you
playing
what,
now. Good. Watch it.
While Ricky's doing this lovely monologue, I'm going to have a bathroom break. You can play all your garbage day clips if you want.
Yeah, I've had enough of Garbage Day already. Garbage Day should be limited to just, I don't know, less than an hour. What's today? January 13th. So I'm naming this Garbage Day. Which actually, I'm sure there is a Garbage Day, right? I mean, I'm sure us Americans, we have a day designated already that celebrates actual trash. But if not, January 13th is Garbage Day. I don't know. I don't watch trailers really, so I didn't see the trailer. But I read a small little article about it. It looks cool. Like, I'm interested to see it. Yes, the Fulci. I mean, it's a mixed movie even among Fulci fans, just because like it is very meta, and you gotta like it references a lot of his movies and stuff. And if you're not familiar or seen a lot of his movies, then some of it won't work. But I enjoy it.
So that was the so the copper's dead. So that was the copper's last day. But he was made up to get out of there, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's done. Yeah, it does. I mean, I didn't even know what it was about or anything until I knew it was just an untitled Universal project until I saw an article the other day, and it's the daughter of Dracula. And I said, "All right, that sounds cool."
Yeah. As soon as I saw Dan Stevens in it as well, I was like, right, okay.
Oh, Dan Stevens is in it. I didn't even hear that. That gave me a lot more hope right there.
Yeah.
The
And
Guest. Me and him watched The Guest with Gareth. We all love that movie. The Guest is amazing.
oh,
Dan Stevens is fucking incredible in that movie. So I'm a lot more excited for this movie now.
yeah, the guy from Breaking Bad's in it. Not the main guy that played Bob.
Aaron Paul.
Oh no, I can't.
Aaron Paul. Who plays
No,
Jesse.
no, he's got a weird name. He was in the chicken shop.
Giancarlo Esposito. Oh, and I have much higher hopes.
That's it, man.
Much higher hopes for that.
Yeah.
That's one I'm looking forward to seeing. Saw 11 we're getting in September, right? Again, like well, not
Yeah.
again. I mean, the next one.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for it as well, mate. Because I loved Saw 10. I surprised me how much I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked him a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, her face. I mean, is fucked up looking, but that's the point. I mean, the effects look decent on old nuns' face.
No, it's not bad. I mean, there was some effort made.
Very little, but there was some.
I mean, it's just.
I think it's Dracula's daughter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess vampires be fucking.
I think look, listen, they just play with the law all the time, don't they? It just
Yeah,
it
they do.
make their own rules up.
Which is sometimes good and sometimes very not good.
Yeah. It was like the same in Blade 2 when that Master Vampire had a daughter and stuff like that. And if you really think about it, you're like, well, how? how does that even work? But whatever. It is what it is.
Children should be in bed. Silent night. I like that little Santa toy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that like scare the shit out of him? Like even though he's in kill mode?
It's a bit
Wouldn't you
hard.
take like a split second just to like take the axe or his weapon, just like destroy the toy or step on it at least? I'd be mad at anything Santa related. I love that she's in apartment 666.
Yeah. There he is.
Yeah, that's what I remember reading and what I read about it. That it's like a hostage situation. And
Yeah.
then it ends up going crazy. Crazy wrong for them.
Do you know what would have been good,
wrong
though,
person to kidnap?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know, like, watching the trailer, it lets you know what happens, but I think that actually would have been more cool if you just watched the movie without knowing any of that. That would have been like a cool little twist.
Oh yeah, that's why I avoid trailers for the most part.
Yeah,
But
well,
that's something you're going to see anywhere. Like Dracula's daughter is going to be like in article names and shit, so like, you can't really hide from that.
You can't.
He gets his little shining moment.
Yeah, that was close.
He gets a few. Come on, let me in with the eyebrows twitching like crazy. I want to talk about old times with the eyebrows twitching crazier.
Just getting raised more and more and more.
He's able to just lock the door instantly.
Yeah. Well, you would have done that in the first place,
I was
really.
yeah, I was just thinking, why did you just start with that? Seems like a lot of wasted effort before that.
Terrible.
What? What? Oh yeah, this is funny. He's just going nuts on the whole room. The fact that he gets outwitted by a wheelchair-bound nun
Just
on
gonna
like
say though,
the brink of death, almost.
that shot
It
was
says
just
a lot about his killing
was
abilities and how good he is at this.
just gonna say though, that shot in like the hallway when he is in the room and you can see his shadow smashing things up and she leaves the room. It's not a bad shot. It's actually quite
Yeah,
good.
yeah, no, it is. I thought that too, actually.
Yeah,
It is. It looks nice.
yeah.
That's one of the very few. That face he just made, that doesn't look nice.
That's one of the very few positives.
I don't know what that was. But I mean, if you can't kill a nun bound to a wheelchair in like less than a minute, then you shouldn't
Yeah.
be killing people.
Oh,
I
she
say
fucking
that just from watching movies and no personal experience.
yeah. Yeah, if you can't kill a nun in a wheelchair, you don't deserve to be on that picture behind you, JT. You don't deserve to be
I
amongst them.
know. I do not. So I got to take myself out.
I mean, do you really think Michael Myers or Jason would have a problem with a nun in a wheelchair? Nope.
Maybe in Halloween, the last trilogy.
Or maybe.
Ha ha ha. She's still like outsmarting him.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And she went flying down the stairs as well.
Yeah. And she got back in her wheelchair, got up and went in the kitchen.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think you're supposed to be rooting for her, but she's an evil bastard and all. Like,
Yeah, I know. So it's like no one wins. Why is her, do they explain in the first movie? Maybe I'm forgetting the end. Why her face is fucked up now?
I was literally just thinking that myself, and you know what, mate? I've got nothing.
Do yeah, right. I don't think they do in the first movie.
Because
Maybe
it
I
doesn't
think they say she had a stroke or something, but like that don't look like a stroke.
just
That looks like a lot worse stuff is happening and happened to you.
it looks like she's got like acid in the side of her face or
Yeah,
something.
that's what it looks like. It looks like her face has been half melted off. She looks like Two-Face.
Yeah. It looks like the start of like a Freddy Krueger fucking makeup going on her or something, you know?
The fact that he doesn't even wear a beard as Santa makes him look extra stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. The fact that he just like cliches it and looks how he looks in
Yeah.
general, just is so hard to take anything seriously.
At least Billy wore a beard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That he kind of looked a little Santa. He just looks like a maniac red elf,
Red elf.
right? He looks like an elf dressed in red. Like without the beard, you're not Santa, bitch. Like, come on. Anyone knows that. You know, fuck what else? Yeah, we were just talking Valak a little bit ago, and how our solo movies have been wasted effort so far.
I was talking about Professor how I've got an irrational fear of nuns. I don't know where it's
Pretty
coming from.
rational to me. I mean, it's not irrational.
You know, most people have clowns and stuff like that. I have nuns.
It could be equally as terrifying.
Even though I've got a nun just there. I've got the nun from the nun on my thing.
You could be just as terrifying and evil as clowns being a nun.
I think so.
I don't know if I ever noticed this or if it's the same guy. The person who came in with the nun, and that's cool when her head is just rolls off. Yeah, that looks like the guy from Don't Go in the House from 1979, the friend of the main character. I wonder if it's him. It looks just like him. Never noticed that if it's the case.
I thought that was quite a good for the end, quite a good fake out thing. Like you think the nun, you know, got him first, and then obviously the head falls off. I actually think that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
You know,
There's been much worse ideas throughout all of this.
Yeah. I mean, do you think they started backwards and went forwards? Like they started with this thinking we're going to make the greatest horror movie ever. And then just gradually, as the days went by, I mean, the cocaine parties got worse, maybe, and just
I don't think they ever thought or said to anybody on the record or off the record that we're going to make the best horror movie. I think they just said we're going to make a movie so we could capitalize on the first movie and make a lot of money. Take care, Mello. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for subscribing to Dave.
oh, cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's over. So it just ends.
The end.
I always forget like how it just ends on nothing. So I mean that was fun for what would otherwise be an hour and a half I'll never get back from life. But these are the movies that are you got to just watch with people, watch with friends, and tear them apart. If not, why the hell watch them? Because they
Absolutely.
are
Absolutely.
3, 4, and 5 are much better in my opinion. Which is why that poll that I did, and it was literally like the list here, like, and 2 was like all the way over here, and the others were like over here. I'm like, really? Like I was started thinking like maybe people just haven't seen Dance 2, and that's why they're picking 2, and that makes sense because I mean 3, 4, 5 aren't great either. So not a great franchise at all. Not a great,
Tell you what, mate, I'll
not a
make it
great original either, but still fun.
I'll make a deal with you. The only way I'll watch the other ones is if I do a watch party with you.
All right, so let's do it. We'll scatter them throughout though, so we don't like want to kill ourselves from watching all these sequels like very too close to each other.
We'll scatter them throughout the year.
Yeah, exactly. Like every quarter or so, we'll knock one out. That way we can get them all covered. Because I'm not doing videos on them anytime soon. That's an expense thing is to do that. But
So what we do, like 3 and 4 out, and then for Christmas this year we'll do part 5.
Yeah, that sounds good. And let's get like another garbage day in here fast.
Garbage day! No!
Everybody, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Dave, so fun as always, brother. Thank you for joining me for this mess.
It's always a pleasure, mate.
And what's going on with your channel this weekend?
Well, as I promised, I will have my night swim. I will have it out. I'll have a review out. I'll muster some enthusiasm to fucking talk about it, even if it's just for 2 minutes. I'll get that out. Also, I've got my next horror movie news video. I've got planned to come out tomorrow as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
We've got lots to talk about. Obviously, we've got the potential 28 years later, which will be the third movie.
I read that too, actually. That's cool.
Yeah, and it looks like there's finally some movement on this, and I've got all my fingers crossed for that. I want this movie badly.
Yeah, and I know you're a big fan of the first two.
Love it, absolutely love it. There's some talk of having a Blob remake coming up from the guy that
I saw who did Hellraiser, David Bruckner.
Did Hellraiser, also did a section in the new VHS movie as well. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about. I think we're getting a Winnie the Pooh Part 2 trailer at the end of this month and stuff like that. So I'll have that video out tomorrow as well.
Sweet. Everyone subscribe to you at this point. So all right, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Dave, as always, love you, bro. And I'll leave it with a garbage day because why the fuck not, right?
Another one?
It's garbage day! No!